Hello and welcome back to What You Need to Know for Sound Operators. In this video, I need to teach you about USB functions. There are two USB slots on this soundboard right up here in the top right corner. I've got a USB plugged in right now, but there are two distinct USB slots that have different functions for each of them. The top USB slot is labeled record and playback. We can plug in a USB drive and we can record audio to that USB drive as we speak. I am recording this microphone through this soundboard onto that USB drive. In order to access the USB audio function, there is the Surface soft key. We select that. Across the top is an audio tab. There is a USB audio tab right below it. There's lots of different reasons that we can use this. It can record and playback. So the band can play a song during rehearsal. They can all come back out here into the house and we can play back that recording that we just made of that song. And they can make decisions about how they're going to play that song and how they're going to lead the worship on Sunday. There are many different ways to use a function like that, not just for rehearsals, but for special events. Maybe there's an event happening at the church where somebody is recording on their phone and they're just capturing the video of the event that way, but they want some nice audio to go along with it. Then we can record the audio and send it over to them. Lots of different reasons to use the USB record function, and you should know how to use it as a sound operator. But this is only one of our USB functions. Below the audio USB slot is a data USB slot. This is where we can plug in a USB drive and store backups of our show files. In order to access this, we go to our utility and shows soft key right here. That brings up our show manager. This is where we store our show file. If you don't know what a show file is, it is the most important thing on the soundboard. The show file is all of our settings, all of our scenes, all of our presets and libraries and effects, and every single thing in this soundboard is stored in the show file. If we lose our show file, we lose everything. For that reason, every single month we store and update our show file. The very first show file that we have is from 2024, August the 14th. And the very latest one, if we scroll all the way down, we have one for every single month until June of 2026. It's time for me to save a new show file. I can do that right now if I just hit Store Show, store it with today's date, and I hit Apply. Now we are storing our show. It says, please wait, store complete. Okay, there is the show file that I just saved. I can use the USB function to plug in a USB drive, select that show file that I just saved, and I can copy it over to that USB drive. I will not only do that, but I will go one step further and I will take that USB drive and plug it into our production computer and store another copy of that show file on our production computer because the show file is just that important. Again, if you lose your show file, you lose everything. The other function that we can use in here is the library manager. This is where we can save backup files for all of our library presets, all of those instrument presets and IEM presets. We want to save a preset for an effect channel. We can select our chorus right here for our band effects. We can store this effect and all of its settings as a library preset, and we can save it onto a USB drive.